joining me. If not, whenever you're joining this video, my name is Ayana Peterson, the Thrifting Diva, and you are in my kitchen because what we're about to do is prep a healthy, high protein lunch and breakfast for tomorrow, but always keeping it luxe because on this channel we talk about how we can have a luxe lifestyle on a budget, and that also includes our lifestyle, our healthy lifestyle, our fitness. Now, if you've been following me for the last few weeks, you know that I am undergoing a beautiful, hey, your boy Coco, thank you for joining. You, if you've been following me, you know that I have been working my butt off on, getting more fit and also changing my nutrition a little bit to ensure that the work that I'm doing in the gym is actually paying off. And I promise you, it's paying off. Like it's paying off. So now I can't stop. Now I have to stay on the course, right? So I am about to prep a very high protein meal that I will take for lunch tomorrow. I'm probably going to have some leftovers, so I'm going to probably use it for one of the other days during the week, and that will save me time from having to cook one meal. As I said, um, I've never been someone who's very big. So I'm coming from the place of just trying to get it right. I'm in my 40s and I'm trying to get this right. I started working out 5 days a week, but everything I've read, all the research I've done has said that, listen, all the workout is great. However, it's the nutrition. So if you don't have the nutrition with it, it's it's just not going to be it's not going to work for you. So if you are also on that journey with me, let me know in the comments if you're also trying to lose some weight. And even if you're not trying to lose some weight, but you're trying to eat even more healthy and make sure that the food that you're eating is just working best for you, then let me know in the comments as well. So today, um, I actually, this is one of the things that I've definitely learned, that being disciplined about this is so important. If you're a person that just don't like prepping and doing the hard work, then this is just going to be so much harder for you, especially if you're trying to lose weight and keep that weight off. Today I went out, hubby and I went to a little picnic. And so I am tired. Like I am so tired. I want to just relax, turn on the television and just, chill. It's 6:30 where I'm at in San Diego, and I really don't want to do anything. I want to relax and not have to do this. However, I know that if I don't do this tonight, it's really going to hurt me tomorrow, and it's going to set up the week to be just a downfall. So I'm not even going to do that to myself. So I figured you can help me do this, make this go quick. But if it inspires you to show you just how quickly you can also do this. I've been saying this over and over and over. If you fail to plan, you're planning to fail. And so this is me holding myself accountable, showing up when I have to, and doing the work. Now, I'm going to make a beautiful salad, but I'm going to add some things in it because I have been on high protein, low calorie deficit. That's kind of where I'm working through and the reason I'm sticking to this. So for me, having high protein has been working excellent. And so this salad that I'm going to make is going to be all high protein, but it's going to be luxe because I've been saying this. If the food you're eating you don't like, you're not going to stick on any diet. I don't care what it is. I don't care why you're doing it. If you don't like the food, you're not going to stick on it. And for me, I need to eat food that tastes good. I cannot eat the same dry chicken every day. I cannot meal prep the same turkey every single day for 5 days a week. Like by the second or third day, I'm probably like, okay, we got to do something about this. So I'm showing you different ways that you can still have nutritious, high protein meals, make them luxe. Because at the end of this video, I'm going to ask you how much you think I would have paid for this if I had bought it outside. Because on this channel, as I said, we're talking about a luxe lifestyle on a budget. Ain't nobody got time to be paying no $30 for a salad. I'm just saying, I don't, okay? So let's do it at home. I'm going to jump into the comments here, just see how everyone is doing. Get some shout outs. Your boy Coco has been holding me down since the beginning. So thank you always for jumping on and keeping me company while I do this. Claudia Tavares, I'm not sure why we have the mad emoji, so I hope everything is okay. Bailey collects. Hey, thank you, one of my people who I'm starting to see again. Hey, 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 Ronnie Penuel, what's happening? We are about to cook on a beautiful high protein meal. As I'm telling everyone that I am on a journey right now, be more fit, nutritious, and lose some weight at the same time. And so I have been doing high protein, low calorie deficit meals, and it's working. It's really, really working. Your boy Coco said, keep it up. You can do this. I know I can. Keith Cardi, if you were to win the lottery, would you still thrift? Oh, Keith, absolutely. I'm going to own a thrift store if I were to win the lottery, but absolutely. I get my great results today. Wish me luck. Bailey, good luck. Good morning. Hello from Moscow. Thank you so much. NP Carnivore, eat beef with fat. Basically, that's it, right? Make it easy. I get that. Sigma, I'm so sorry that you're feeling depressed right now. Point the camera lower. Ray, hubby is upstairs watching, so we will not be pointing the camera lower. But if you're here to stick around to see how to create this meal, stick with me. I would love that. Rocking Johnny, Niche, Glorious, thank you. Girl stands for guy in real life. And can you thrift when it comes to relationships? I'm not sure what that means. Hope everybody's having an amazing Sunday. Kalihi, I appreciate the good vibes. And Sigma says, call him Riz Busy. Okay. I got through with that, and let's jump into the meal. So this is kind of how I do my process. I don't have anything change. I'm going to keep coming back as your channel change my view on thrifting. Bailey, I really appreciate hearing that. Okay, so everything is expensive. Glorious, honestly, they're expensive in the US and where I'm at in San Diego too. So you just have to get the deals, and there's some tricks to it. But yes, I understand that for a lot of people, thrifting has become like, why indeed are we paying these prices for thrifted or secondhand clothes? All right, but today's video, we're not talking thrifted, although we are talking budget because we're making our own meals. So I'm going to be walking around my kitchen. So please, if you don't see me on camera, you should still hear me if this mic is on, but that's kind of how we're going to do it, because when I'm finished, I'm literally finished doing the stuff from my home. And so that's just the way my process goes. So the one thing I'm going to talk about is that I am going to start by turning on my oven because I am making some sweet potatoes. And so putting that at 425 because we're going to roast those sweet potatoes. And the reason I absolutely love sweet potatoes in salads, that sweetness, that kind of jolts the taste buds. I absolutely love it, but it's a complex carb and it's one that is really, really good for you. I consider these carbs the carbs that actually take my protein to where they need to be. So really love having sweet potatoes in pretty much, you could put them in every dish. So in this salad, I'm going to be adding them in the salad. Last week, I made a dish with the sweet potatoes, and they weren't in the salad, but they were the base for not chopped, but for mincemeat. I'm losing my tone. What do you call those things? Ground beef. Yes. I'm from the Caribbean. We call it normally mince because whatever. But ground beef, and that's such a great meal. I love that meal. But today, as I said, I can't eat the same thing over and over. So we're going to mix it up a little bit. So I figured I'm going to use the sweet potatoes. I have some left over, and we're going to make that in the salad. So I'm going to go grab me the sweet potato and try to make sure I have enough. Yep, here they are. And so I have two very large pieces. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to peel both, but I may not use both for the same meal. I might save some for another meal this weekend, but we'll see. All right, let's get the chopping board. Zena is, if you've been following, she is here. Zena, say hi. Yeah, say hi. No, down, don't mess up my hands. Okay. Okay, you're the only one got my name on it. Bailey, thank you for letting him know. All right, Zena is my companion most of the time because everyone is doing their own thing. So I'm gonna get a knife. I had to get my son to make sure he washed the dishes before I started. Teenagers. Okay, so I'm gonna get my knife and put this down, so like that, so you can see what I'm doing. Did you get your dress from Japan? If not, where from? Bailey, I didn't get this from Japan. Actually, I got this, a friend gave this to me recently. She visited. Can you believe it's actually a Zara dress? I was not expecting that to be Zara, but I wore it out today and it was, ooh, it's very light. It's the perfect, like that perfect summer thing. I'm still in all my clothes from when I went out today. So that's why I have on jewelry and everything. But I'm in my house, so I could wear what I want in the kitchen, right? So I have like this garbage bowl that I use here. And I'm going to just cut these up. If you can get sweet potatoes into your diet, do it. Now, I'm going to tell you, this is not your Thanksgiving sweet potatoes. We're not going to be adding sugar and maple sauce or maple syrup or any type of sweetener to this. Actually, the sweet potatoes are sweet themselves. So I don't know why we add all of that stuff at Thanksgiving. And I never used to like it, and I probably know why, because I don't have a sweet tooth per se. And whenever I would go to someone's house for Thanksgiving and they had yams and it had all that extra sugar, I just felt like I was eating syrup, you know? Let me know if you are all about the Thanksgiving yams, they call it, or sweet yams or sweet potatoes, whatever. So many names for this thing. I am not well versed in it because, as I said, I'm from Trinidad and we don't really have, obviously, we don't celebrate a Thanksgiving because we don't have that holiday in the Caribbean. But see, easy. And it's such an inexpensive route. That's why I also like it. Like, if you're going to try to get on a diet and you want to avoid having to buy everything in the restaurants, this is such an inexpensive and budget friendly um, side that you can use for so many things. And as I said, it's what you call a complex carb. So if you're going to have potatoes, like I sometimes use this as mashed potatoes instead of having your white potatoes, just use this instead. Okay. Thank you, Bailey. I appreciate that. Yeah, man. Okay. So that's what I would say about the yams. I love this. If I can eat it with everything, I would, but I probably would get bored quickly. So I try it once a week or maybe once every 2 weeks. Trying not to waste the food that we have. I did go to Trader Joe's before I came home and picked up a few things, but I'm trying to use the things that we have in the house, before we're just wasting food and stuff like that. It makes me really sad when I have to throw out like herbs and stuff that I didn't get to finish or touch because those perishables go so fast. Okay. And so this is easy. As I said, all we're going to do is I'm going to probably do only one. I have this other one here left, but I'm going to leave this for maybe the middle of the week because this is only part of the salad. It's not the whole salad. And I'm making it enough for myself and my husband. So I don't necessarily need a lot. And then I have another bowl here that I'm going to use to just cut this up. And the reason I'm doing that is because I like to season my stuff. Okay, we're going to season our foods. Salt and pepper alone, I'm sorry, that is not seasoning. That is just the beginning. So I'm going to cut this up like that. And then I'm going to put them in, cut them up even smaller because they're going in salads. And yeah, I'm glad I only peeled one. I definitely would not need the other one. And maybe this week I'll use this guy for like mashed potatoes or something. When I make steak and potatoes, make instead of russet white potatoes, I probably just use this. And then that's how I'm cutting them up, if you can see it here. I have a question. How do you make I don't actually make lasagna because I don't like lasagna. Believe it or not, I don't like the thick I don't like the thick pasta that comes with lasagna. I feel like I'm eating bread. I just never liked it. So, and probably now with my high protein, low calorie kind of things that I'm going on right now, it probably would not work for me. So, sorry, but I'm not a lasagna person. I know a lot of people. My husband just had actually eggplant lasagna last night, or eggplant parmesan. It wasn't lasagna, but I just don't like lasagna. I don't like, and I find that it takes too long to make. I can't be bothered. Like, as I said, right now I'm already tired. Like, I just want to go to lay down. But if I don't do this, then tomorrow I get up and then I have no lunch and then I have no breakfast, and the month of August, I'm going to go hard. I have a plan. I have a target goal. And so I don't care. It's called discipline. Even when you're tired, you just do what you know you have to do, and you're going to reap the rewards. Look at how much is in this thing already. Artis Dudley, hello. Thank you for joining. I am making a salad, but this salad is going to be focused on high protein and what we will call other things in the protein that will, I guess what you say is it fills you up, right? Like it fills you up, but in a good way. It makes you not feel very hungry. I don't know what this is under. You see how that looks there? I'm gonna just cut that off. It's probably okay, but I eat with my eyes, and if it's looking a little crazy, I'm probably not want to eat it when I see it. Okay. Some of these pieces might be a little too big. I don't want them too big because we're putting them in a salad, And I don't want to feel like I'm eating something. I should have checked that before. Okay. As I was saying, I'm trying to do this salad, and this salad is going to be high protein, like where you don't feel hungry for several hours. There's no snacking. To be fair and transparent with you, I'm not a big snacker, so that helps me big time. But I have noticed, even with making these meals lately, where I'm focusing on high protein, I really, really don't eat. I don't feel the need to eat at all, and have to remind myself, like, hey, it's lunchtime. You should definitely eat something, I also bought a Fitbit. I bought this last night because I was like, well, I want to make sure I'm tracking, because if you're not tracking, how do you know if you're progressing or digressing? So I bought this, and so far I've been geeked about it. I want to change out the bands because they're not going to go with every outfit. But at work, I'm excited about that. Yogurt in salad, yes, you can do that. You just put it use the yogurt as the base for the dressing. And that's an easy way to do it. Okay, so here we go. We have that. And then as I said, I'm always going to season my food. I'm always going to season my food. And salt and pepper is not enough for me. But I'm going to show you. I'm going to bring out my salt and pepper anyway. I'm going to show you a little bit of the magic here. So this is my pantry. Just this section is just the seasonings and stuff like that. Yes, we love to season something. But all of the seasonings we have no additional salt, because you don't want anything that's going to have all that extra salt in there. So I have a lot. I tend to use a lot of dried seasonings. So I'm going to grab 3 tonight. I have oregano. I'm going to do some basil leaves, and I'm going to do some thyme leaves. And then just to coat this so that it can go down on just to coat this so it could go down well on the pan. Oh, sorry. So it could go down well on the pan. I'm going to put some olive oil. So we're gonna, sorry about all the noise. Things are just dropping. A little bit of olive oil, not too much, but just enough to get it coated on all the pieces. And that for me, so that the seasonings really get and stick on all of them. I do put a lot of black pepper, not so much salt. You can put a little bit of salt. And then I'm just gonna add, as I said, some dry seasonings. And to me, makes all the difference in the world. Thyme. This is some oregano. And then this is my basil. Obviously, you can use fresh too, but I find like when I use fresh, if I'm roasting, it burns in the pan. So it's probably best just to use your dry seasoning. Okay, and then I'm just gonna top that with some onion powder and garlic powder. If you know, you know. it's the kind of thing. Every Black household is gonna have this in there. The garlic, and the onion powder. See, hear my dog? She ate something she probably wasn't supposed to eat. Zena, go. Go. Okay. I would add some uranium to that. Oh, okay. People eating shrimp and lobster talk about, okay. And there's Jeremy. Why is Jeremy back? Come on. The twins be popping out. Girl, fixed. They're not actually. They're not. They're fine. They're in there. Okay. All right, so we got that going. I'm gonna leave these out because I'm going to probably use these again, but that's all we do. And then you just get a baking sheet and you put them down and you put them in there to roast. Now, that took about what, 10 minutes or less? And then the salad will probably take even less to do, okay? So get a roasting pan. And then we have this like silicone layer. Add a little more olive oil. Okay. And this is obviously going to shrink, obviously, when it goes in there, but that's fine. As I said, we are only making a little bit so that it can be added to our salad. Okay, it smells amazing. Okay, there we go. All right, so we are on to the second part of this, and it's just building the salad now. And as I said, we are absolutely working on a salad that is high protein. And the reason you want to do high protein is that if you are someone looking to drop weight or, looking to drop weight and not be snacking throughout the day, try high proteins, low calorie. Because when you do the high protein, it's just more satiating and it will fill you up and you won't be ready or needing to eat as much quickly. And I'll tell you, I've been doing this now for the last 3 weeks consistently. And I would say that I have to remind myself to eat because it is absolutely working. All right, so I'm going to take this over to the oven. And we go like that. And that's it. So that part is there. I do not eat a lot of sugar, but not to say that you can't. Uberman said oven moment. Thank you for that one. That was funny. Okay, next thing I'm going to do, as I said, is we're going to start building the salad. But I think I'm gonna add chicken as well. So let me put that one in there. Is it high in fiber? Is what? Is the salad high in fiber, or is the um, sweet potatoes high in fiber? I'm walking away, but I'm still with you. I'm just heading to the second fridge to get all the things to prep. My daughter packed away everything, so we're just gonna grab these things, what we're gonna use. Um, so we have everything with us. Okay. Trying to think if I want to do the chicken or not. What do you guys think? Add chicken to it, or this is everything? Or everything I have will be good. Now remember, I'm going to make this. I'm going to make a big bowl. Should be good enough for my husband and I, and maybe enough for a couple of days. So I was going to use lentils as the protein, but I kind of want to hit 100 grams a day in protein. So I think I'm going to have to use the chicken to get that extra protein in there, because I don't think I'm going to use a dressing. So let me see. Okay. So I'm gonna use chicken. I'm gonna add chicken to it just because, as I said, I'm trying to get to 100 grams, and the lentil by themselves is just not gonna do it. So in these, the calories in this 5 servings, but in each serving, it's 120 calories with 10 grams of protein, which is a lot. But I want to try to be at 30 to 40 grams of protein in each meal. So I'm going to need the chicken. Okay. So I got some chicken tenders from Trader Joe's just now. And so what I'm going to do is, I'm not going to grill them, but I'm going to saute them and cut them up on and add them. So we have these. Oh hell no, nobody milking me. That sounds delicious. Okay, sorry, I'm just trying to read the comments and do this quickly. All right, so I'm just going to do 4. Yeah. I think 2 per person would be definitely enough. What do you guys think? Or do I need more? If you are someone who's just into this right now, let me know. I'm going to wash this really quick. And then get this on the board here. Okay. Pat dry. Chicken tenders. I didn't feel like getting chicken breasts, but protein is a protein in my book. So these also to me taste a little better or less dry. But we're not going to do too much to them. We're going to season them up and then put them on the stove. And so those are the 2 things that you have to cook, which I think, doesn't have to take a lot of time. I'm going to go back in with some of our same seasonings. I just put a little bit of, maybe a little too much there. A little bit of olive oil to coat it a little bit. I'm going to get some paprika. Okay. And some black pepper. Okay. And then just going to do some of the dry seasoning. Basically all the stuff that you already put on the, in the sweet potatoes. So you don't really have to buy much, right? Like, you just doing that. And then some salt, because I'm going to need salt. Like, ooh. You don't need to go overboard. Now, if I had more time, I would have done all of these and then had them marinating. But guys, I ain't got the time, so we're just gonna move because, as I said, I am tired today. I was up late last night editing one of my videos, my YouTube videos that's going to come out, and hopefully you are able to check it out. By the way, if you haven't been able to hit the like on this video yet, would absolutely love that. It lets YouTube know that somebody likes it and that they could push it out to more people. And it also lets me know, like, hey, this is good content, do more of this. And that's the hardest thing about doing YouTube. Like, you just never know, especially when you're new. You don't know what people like. I've been saying this over and over, but YouTube will definitely humble you. YouTube will humble you. So it's been, for me, it's been very difficult trying to get my rhythm and just, find my people basically. But, I keep showing up, and hopefully the people who show up with me are getting some value, and it's fun. And for me, this is fun, like showing people the things I've learned and, bringing them along on a journey that they might be on too. It's really rewarding. Okay. Did I put that already? When you're going through all of these seasonings, you're like, damn, did I put that? But you're never going to over season something unless it's salt. Okay. So there we go. Put a little bit of salt on there and then some black pepper. Okay. All right. So now we're going to put a pot on. We're just going to saute these. And sometimes, if you have some chicken tenders in the house, that's a good, quick, easy meal when you're trying to hit those protein numbers. I mean, chicken in general, but as I said, and I'll say it over and over, I can't eat the same thing over and over. I got to switch it up. And so for me, that's one of the reasons why chicken is not on the list every day. But it's it's very easy to add, very easy to get that protein in. If you're trying to figure out what kind of stuff you need, if you're doing high protein, chicken, your salmon, cottage cheese, yogurt, edamame, tuna, those are the things you want in there. Somebody's at my door and my dog is, Zena, stop. Elijah, you gonna get that? Zena. Zena is like 10 pounds, I swear, but she acts as though, she'll take on anyone who comes in here. Okay. All right, so this is basically all we're doing here. We're just sauteing with not a lot of butter. Not a lot of oil. We just get it cooking that in here. I'm just gonna leave this to go like that. See what's happening there? Chicken looks seasoned. And now I'm going to just get the rest of the salad going so that everything comes together in the end, chicken and sweet potato. I'm gonna wash this because we had some raw chicken on here. So I'm gonna just wash this board, make sure we're not giving ourselves any type of foodborne illnesses. And then we're gonna use that same board to do the stuff. Now, if you're a person that, like this is a lot and you don't want to cook every day, like you can make a huge batch of this and just each day take out a little bit to take to work, right? I don't mind cooking. I love cooking. And so for me, hey, I'm live. And so for me, this is just something that I want to do so that I could get some flavorful food each day. Okay. Let me know in the comments if you're someone who cook every day you take out mostly. Or if you are someone who is definitely prepping for a few, you're going to prep for the week and not have to cook anymore. All right, I'm going to get a big bowl. All right. This is a nice salad bowl, but I think I need something deeper. Okay. I'm going to do something deeper and then maybe put it in here after. But this is, Zena, watch out. Okay, layering. Arugula. Mifty, what's your comment, hun? I cook. Thrifting Atlanta, you cook every day? Hmm? Is that true? Okay. All right, so arugula is going to be my greens. You can add whatever greens you like, no big deal. I'm just kind of measuring it out in my head, like how many servings if we mix this in. So I'm just going to do half the bag. I'm not going to do the full bag, maybe 2/3 of the bag. Okay. And obviously this, you just buy the bag. This is my Trader Joe's one. That's it. And then this is going to be one of the protein. I get these from Trader Joe's. Obviously, you can buy this and make it yourself. It's probably going to be cheaper because beans are definitely a very inexpensive produce to buy. So, but I like this one because I'll show you. These are $2.99, but it comes like a big block. And then I could just cut how much I'm going to use. As I mentioned, 5 servings in this container. It's 120 calories and 120 calories per serving. Okay. But there's 10 grams of protein in here. Like, listen, this powerhouse. So I'm going to grab that. I just turned the chicken just now because that was getting, it's cooking. It's smelling amazing. I don't want to overcook it because, guys, overcooked chicken breasts of any kind, the worst. All right. So here we go. I'm just going to cut I'm going to do a half today on this. So that means I'm doing 2.5 servings, right? 20 grams of protein I'm putting in here. Okay. And so the thing about it though, and I'm not heating it up. It's cold. You can heat it up if you want to, but I'm just going to break it apart like that. Okay. Using my hands because I'm in my house and I'm feeding my home. Okay. I'm not cooking for a restaurant. I'm not cooking for anybody else coming over. I'm going to be eating this, me and hubby. So I'm just breaking it apart because it's compacted. And I'm going heavy on it because the protein is in the protein is in the lentils. Okay. And so people who eat a lot of salads, but you're not adding protein to it, I don't know if you're doing any healthy, but I don't think you're doing anything good in building those muscles that or it helps, and it may not be helping in, combating fat losses. When I used to always think, well, I'm just going to eat a salad because if I want to lose weight, eat salads. Why? I was very wrong on that. I'm going to add some peppers in here. The house smells so good. The sweet potatoes, the chicken. Oh my God. I'm actually going to see if the chicken is good. You want to cut in the middle, make sure the juice runs. Nope, it's not. So we're going to be putting that back there. Lower the heat. Okay. Liddy He's just a troll. Oh, okay. I wonder what do trolls get out of these things? I wonder if there's like a computer or is it really people doing that? Okay, so what I have here is some red peppers. I'm just going to cut these up a little bit. Rough cut, but I'm going to do a whole pepper. Okay. And then, as I said, this meal is, if I were to only eat this tomorrow, I probably will feel full all day long, like all day. But I'm not because I'm trying to get up my protein to 100 grams a day. Okay, I'm going to add, you know the saying, if you add color to your salad, you're doing something right. So I have this cabbage that I don't want to go bad. So I'm going to try to use some of it in here. And so I'm just going to cut some down. I'm really trying to use up all the stuff that we have because before I go shopping again, probably Wednesday. So we do that. See how it's coming along? Okay. Check the chicken. Take you with me. Are we fighting in the section on a cooking live? Okay, so you see how beautiful that looks? Obviously the paprika give it some color. I'm just cutting it to make sure that we're cooked all the way through. Looks like a little pink in some of the places, so I just want to, but that smells delicious. Okay. All right, you trying not to? Okay. All right, so we have this. I have some tomatoes. I'm going to add some tomatoes in there as well. These are some sugar plum tomatoes from Trader Joe's. I'm just going to cut them in half, a few of these, and just drop them in there. And then I'm going to check. Let's check the oven real quick. Make sure that our, let's see. Ugh, hold on 1 second. Check the oven to see if our thing is doing. Okay. Jeremy, I'm about to block you because you out here just doing the most. I like cooking. Vicky says, I do like cooking. You are doing 100 grams hard to do without some sort of beans. I'm doing the lentil chicken and I may put lima, what is the thing called? I forgot the name of the beans. I'm going to see if I have enough left over. Okay, so what we have is, I want to, these smell so good. Look at these. But I like them like charred a little bit, you know? But they're coming along so nicely. We'll put that back in there. Okay. I'm blanking right now on the beans I was going to use in there. But Vicky, 100 grams of protein is for the week. I mean, not for the week, not in one meal, but for the day. So 30 to 40. I'm hoping like 40 in this meal, if I could get to 40 in this meal. But it's not for one meal, 100 grams for the day. If you get a moment, you should block. Yeah, I'm going to try. I don't know how to do it. How do I block him? Okay, there we go. I did. Yes, I figured it out. Lima beans, I saw your squash. Okay. It's not squash, it's sweet potatoes. It's not sweet squash, but it's edamame. That's the one. So I'm gonna add edamame to it. So I think I'm gonna be at 40. I think I got it. So we're gonna have edamame, lentil peas, and chicken. Vicky, do you think I'll get there? Do you think I'll get there with that? Let me know in the comments. Edamame is, oof. I think they're such an underrated, so underrated. And people don't really give it the credit it's due. But edamame is the bomb, the bomb, the bomb. Coco, please Google stuff. It looks yummy. Okay, so the sweet potato is almost done. Chicken is almost done. I'm just going to heat up. Well, I'm going to put some edamame in there because these are the ones I have right now are frozen. But what I do sometime as a snack, I take the unfrozen ones and I will just have that as a snack at my desk at work. A little bit of salt. Some people put soy sauce in it. You know, you can, but I just like the salt. Okay. What else is think I would and then oh, you know what I'm gonna add? I'm gonna add some crunch by adding some nuts, some pepitas nuts. And so that should definitely I'm gonna add some of these guys. And I think I should absolutely get to that 40. You know, I should be able to get to 40 if I have enough in there. These are another good source protein. It's really, really good. Look at this coming together. Actually put it in the thing. And then to fill this in, lastly, hear me out on this one. I know some of you are going to be like, what? What are we doing? Why are we doing that? But hear me out. Part of the issue when you're, especially when you're dieting or trying to do, you know, a little nutrition changeover is the constant eating and trying to fill that void of eating. So what you want to do is find food that kind of fill you up. Fill you up. I'm going to add some rice. Now, hear me out on this. I love this one. It's easy. Remember, we're doing easy today. I just came back from being out all day. I am hungry. And I want to eat now. And I also want to make sure that I have my lunch packed for tomorrow. So we're doing easy. And so I really love this one. If you have a Trader Joe's near you, I think it's worth it. They're like $2.99. It's 3 bags, but they're so quick and easy. Really easy. Oh my God, the Indian food over there, bomb.com. Love it. I actually have a couple of them in my freezer right now. Yes, love it. But anyway, these are super easy. All you're going to do is put this in the microwave for 3 minutes. Okay? So just put it in the microwave for 3 minutes because I am trying to build a salad where I'm going to be really full at the end. Okay? Where I'm not going to want to snack at all. This side down. I'm not going to want to snack at all throughout the day after I eat. I'm going to eat like around 1 o'clock. And my goal is 3 meals only. Okay? This week, we're going hard. It's high protein. Everything is measured out, or not necessarily measured out, but everything is thought through. I'm not eating anything I didn't think about before. So high protein, 100 grams, 3 meals a day. We don't need to do snacks and all that nonsense. And I won't need to do any snacks because if I make the meals right and I hit those 40 grams of protein, your body just be like, it will not hold up in keeping you trying to feel hungry. Does that make sense? Okay. So chicken is done. So I'm going to bring it over here because the chicken is going on here next. I got to put the edamame in put this down so you can see. And The chicken is done. It looks amazing. I'm gonna let it rest a little bit. I know it's not steak, but let it rest for a little bit. And then we are almost done. I'm gonna let me take out the sweet potatoes because that is definitely done. And so we're gonna put that. When I say this thing smells divine, it smells divine, okay? So I'm gonna put that there, let that rest a little bit. And then last thing I'm gonna add is a little bit of feta crumble cheese. Not too much, but just to give that little extra in there. And then I'm gonna chop some chives and dill and make a quick little dressing with this, okay? Okay, thanks for joining, Miffy. I appreciate you dropping in. My old cat peed everywhere. Junior, I need to take care of her. Good night and have fun in school. Okay, I'm gonna make a quick salad dressing using chives and dill. So I'm gonna put this on the side for a little bit, and then we're gonna add this thing here. Renata P, thank you for jumping on. Appreciate the compliment. Okay, what we're finishing up is a high protein salad that I'm trying to get at 40 grams of protein in one meal. That 40 grams of protein is going to help me not feel hungry. It's going to help with the, I've been strength training every day. So it's going to help with muscle repair. It's also going to bring down my levels, start burning any of that fat that I'm trying to get off. I would say, look at the back. I mean, guys, it's working. It's working. So if you're looking for something that you can really do and feel like, man, this fat is not going anywhere, I will tell you this. One of the things that I'm learning is that it's not about those. It's not about the gym. It's the nutrition. So this is the rice. It came out. I'm probably going to use the whole bags. Well, probably not, actually. We'll see. Okay, so got everything in here right now, but we're almost done building everything, okay? So we have in there, if you just joined, I have arugula. I have some red cabbage. I have some tomatoes. I have some red peppers. I have a star protein, which is the lentils. I have some pepitas, which is also another beautiful way to add some extra protein in there. And now I'm going to cut up some chicken that I just made quickly because I really want to make sure and focus on getting up to 40 grams of protein. That's the goal. And it's coming apart, so I know it's juicy still. It's not nice and neat, but you know what? That's okay. That is okay. I seasoned the crap out of it, so it's also going to lend some seasoning to the other pieces in here. And so the chicken is going to get me that extra protein that I'm looking for in here. Okay. And then my favorite part to add to this is going to be, to me, the part that just brings this all together. I'm just going to clean that up a little bit. And that is going to be my sweet potatoes. If you're looking for a good complex carb that's going to help move that protein, like protein is going to attach to these carbs and get it to where it needs to be, then you got to have sweet potato. You got to love sweet potatoes. You're going to have it in your house. It is a very budget-friendly ingredient, but it packs its weight in gold. So when I tell you this is looking and smelling, oh, okay. Then I'm going to add, I just microwave some of this blended rice that I get from Trader Joe's. I really like it. It's just going to fill me up a little more. where is my knife or my can't spot? Oh. The kids have definitely, I'm gonna try to open this without making a mess. And so I'm just adding this rice on there. I'm not gonna add all of it because remember, I'm still trying to keep a low calorie deficit on this meal. So I'm just gonna add a little bit in there. And oh my gosh, let me know in the comments, like if you were to go out and buy this meal, how much do you think they'll charge you? Oh, look at how this is coming together, guys. Look, this is just, it smells amazing. And what we're gonna finish it off with, I'm gonna add some edamame, some additional protein. So I'm gonna have protein in the chicken, protein in the lentil, and protein in the edamame. It's a big bowl. It's for myself and my husband for lunch tomorrow. I'm gonna probably have some tonight. Definitely have some tonight. And then we will have for tomorrow. And I probably might end up having enough to get one more meal out of it, but no more. If you're now joining me, I am not a person that can meal prep the same meal. Like some people will do this for 5 days. Like, goodbye. I cannot. I cannot do that. But what do you think? How much would they have charged you for this bowl that I just put together in less than an hour? What do you think? And now the last part of it would be to make a dressing, because you don't want to go too heavy on any type of those fat dressing because we are still trying to do low calorie deficit. Let me know if I read it. Definitely a power. Diva was the best tasting protein for you. I'm going to show you the one I use. That looks amazing. Girl, making me hungry. It is really, it is, look at this. Let me make sure the camera got me. Look at this thing. Okay? High protein Luxe. We're not talking about no regular iceberg crazy looking salad. We're talking about every piece is intentional in here. Every bite you have in here is going to be intentional. Every bite, okay? And now I'm going to make a quick dressing. And now I'm not going to put the dressing on it. I'm going to have the dressing that I'll put on the side. And when I get tomorrow, I'll just shake it up in there. But I'm going to show you how you can make a quick dressing on here. Okay? Look at this thing. Look, can we have a moment for the salad? Because this thing looks amazing. All right, so I'm gonna put this on the side. I still have to put my edamame in here. So I'm gonna put a little bit of the edamame to boil on the water on the stove in the meanwhile. And then I can just drop that in here. I'm actually gonna put all the edamame to draw. Edamame is a big, big, big source of protein. So for example, in this bag, this is 4.5 servings. There is, how many grams of protein? 9 grams of protein. And in the whole container, in this little bag, 41 grams of protein. So 9 grams of protein in a serving. And a serving is about a half a cup. So this is what I'm putting in there, okay? So this looks like about maybe a cup and a half. So 18 grams. I am definitely going to be hitting over 40 grams in this meal. And that's a meal that makes sense. If you're working out and you're not eating a meal that makes sense, all the stuff you're doing is definitely going to not be showing quickly, okay? So I'm going to heat that up in the background, but I'm going to start making my dressing and cleaning this up. But you see how quick that was? Less than an hour. Your hubby be like, when he takes the first, he definitely, Renata, you said $7 they'll charge you for this? Girl, I wish. Where you live at? Tell me where you live, because I'm coming there. Okay, so I have I'm just going to kind of put this together. I don't like dressing in general, but I wanted something fresh to just like add to this. So I have dill and chives. I'm going to see if I have any lemon. Oh, we have one lemon here. So I'm going to put that with it. We need some olive oil, salt, and pepper. And so I'm just going to get a small bowl to whisk that together. And then that's what we're going to use for our dressing. Okay, so here's our bowl here. All right, I'm just going to cut this up. Yes, I mean, how much would you guys normally pay for like that type of salad? I know in San Diego that would be at least $20. Like, it is crazy. That would be $20. But you see what's going in it too. All right, so I'm just going to bring you down so you can see what I'm doing. And I'm just going to squeeze half a lime. Got some seeds that didn't make it out. And I'm just making, basically what I'm doing is making my own dressing. Okay, so don't make a salad like this and then go throw in like your ranch dressing. Like, kill all your hard work. I am just kind of eyeballing some of this stuff for what I need. Probably need a little more since it's both for two of us. So I'm going to do the other, I'm going to do the whole, the whole lemon, because I don't think that's going to be enough. And even if we don't use all of it, it's a dressing. Just put it in the fridge and use it the next time. Now you don't have to make a dressing the other time. Normally, I would just eat salt and pepper and some olive oil as my dressing. But since I did all the work in making such a beautiful thing, I'm going to give this salad, damn, all these seeds came from. I'm going to give this salad what it's looking for. So I'm just going to pour. Okay. Some of those seeds still moved. It's a little behind in there. Okay. I just have to remember the edamame is on the stove. Okay. Okay. Okay, there we go. That's it. Salt, that's your lemon juice and your olive oil. I'm just going to cut a few chives. In there. Probably a little more needed. Can't find my kitchen scissors because those kids. But let me know if you in the comments if you're someone who make your own dressing or if you are definitely getting the bottles of dressing for your food. And then I'm gonna get some. I love dill. I think it's like the best. Cilantro. Those are my two absolute favorite. My absolute favorite type of fresh herbs. It just does something. It does something. Maybe I wonder if I have any garlic. Some garlic would do nice little garlic, but I don't think I have garlic. All right. Get a little whisk here. Some salt and pepper. Okay. Do I have any? I might have some garlic. I don't feel like chopping anything right now. $30. It's expensive. Oh, John, you make the same one. Do you add anything else in here? Is there something that I'm missing that I should be adding? Because I'm just kind of going with the flow right now. I should have put this in a bottle and so I could really emulsify it, but it's okay. Next time. And then let me taste. Yes. I'm gonna add a little more. So it's like the lemony, the oh, I'm telling you, this thing, perfection. All right. Remember, we don't need much. The edamame just needed to, because as I said, it was frozen. So I'm going to turn that off. I'm going to bring our beautiful salad back. And at the end of the day, as I said, this salad is for anyone who is trying to up their game when it comes to high protein, low calorie. That's what I'm doing for the month of August, trying to do a high protein, low calorie deficit. And so I am focused right now on seeing if I could get to possibly 100 grams of 100 grams of protein each day. And, you know, sometimes that could be very difficult, that could be very, very difficult. But if you think it through, you can get it there. You can absolutely get it there. So there goes our lime edamame, which is a really good way of getting that protein in there. And so, oh, yes. And actually, I'm going to add, it smells, oh my God. I didn't put the entire set in. I just want to coat it a little bit, but it smells amazing. The sweet potatoes, the lentil, the edamame, the pepitas, the chicken. Oh, I cannot say anything more. I'm just going to add a little more of the feta cheese. And then we're good. This is so delicious. I'm going to taste it. Let's see. Let me see what she's dealing with. All right. I want to make sure I get a piece of potato. I get chicken. I get some cheese, tomato. Okay. Guys, make this tonight. Oh my God. Make this tonight. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. This is so freaking good. I'm looking for my bowls for lunch. It is so good. The dressing just makes it feels even more fresh. Oh my gosh. So all we have to do is just now lay out your thing. Diana, the recipe is basically just throwing a lot of stuff in here. So as I get ready to log off, arugula, I cut up some red peppers. I cut up some tomatoes, right? Like cherry tomatoes like these. I just put them in half. You don't have to if you don't want to. It was so sweet. Fantastic. And then I roasted some sweet potatoes. I normally season my sweet potatoes, but you don't have to. I'm from the Caribbean, so salt and pepper is just not a seasoning for us. We have to add everything in there. So onion powder, garlic powder, and some dry seasoning. Put that in the oven. I am trying to hit 100 grams of protein each day. So I need to up the protein amount. Last week, I was doing 30 each meal. I'm trying to hit it to 40 grams each meal now. And so I added chicken. I had some chicken tenders. I sauteed those. Of course, you season those. I sauteed those on the pot. Um, and then I cut those up. I also added for my other protein, this lentil. Oh no, I didn't throw it away yet. So I added some lentil peas. I had it like half a block. I think I did a half a block. This is what I normally get from Trader Joe's, but you can do, obviously, there's lentil peas in the can, or you can make from the bag. I added the chicken, lentil peas. I added pepitas for another source of protein. And I added edamame for another source of protein. And then also some red cabbage, as you can see in here. And then I mixed that all up with adding all the stuff. Oh, I forgot. I added some rice. It's a mixed rice that I normally get from Trader Joe's as well, because I'm just kind of making sure I'm full, but full on good stuff that lengthens the time in between meals without me worrying about that. And then I made a dressing: lemon, olive oil, salt, pepper, and then I added chives and dill. Mix that all up, baby. And you got this. Oh my God. So this is my lunch tomorrow. I'm going to put some of I'm going to make my husband's own. And so you see my bowl. And then I'm just going to add a teaspoon of dressing. I don't need too much. There's so much flavor going on in this thing already that I'm like, oh, it's beautiful. I know if I was to buy this, I promise you they would overcharge me. They would overcharge me. So I'm just adding some more chicken, I'm just making sure I got everything in there, because I know my greedy behind is going to be like, oh, I want some more. So I'm just making sure I have everything. All right, that's it. And now I don't have to worry about my lunch tomorrow. I'm normally going to go live the same time every day. So that's 6:30 Pacific Standard Time. I do love chickpeas. Love chickpeas. And tomorrow I'm going to make something with chickpeas. But tonight I was feeling for lentil peas. And so that's what we ended up doing. What do you guys think? If you have not given the thumbs up on this, please go ahead and do that. But importantly, if you are not subscribed to my channel, we'll absolutely love for you to subscribe to the channel. I'm dropping a new thrifting video tomorrow, because we don't only talk about eating and fitness especially I do that mostly on my lives, but it's a round out of a lifestyle, budget lifestyle luxe lifestyle on a budget. And that includes obviously fitness, but it includes a host of other things that I would love to share with you guys. Breakfast tomorrow is going to be, I'm going to do a parfait tomorrow. So I'm going to put that together right now, but I'm going to do that off camera so I can hurry up and get my behind up to bed. I have some other things I need to do. Thank you so much for joining the live. And I come on around 6:30 Pacific Standard Time because I'm normally prepping for the next day. And so if you want to see what I do for tomorrow, or just, we chat about health and life and all of that, then join me tomorrow. Until next time, have a wonderful evening. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the thumbs up if you liked what you saw. Talk to you soon. And as I always say, stay luxe. Bye.